Here you go. Are you getting tired? Are you getting tired, buddy? I got it. Now I can use the ankle joints. The fuck? I mean, what the heck? Well, there's only one piece in there. There's two. What the hell is this? I got it. What up, Kuso? I got the feet on. So now we can go in a crouching pose and stand. It's amazing. No, it is, whoops, it is a lot better. Ah, shit. He fell. Oh, no. No. God damn that Darth Maul. He made a bunch of my figures fall. I had a figure domino effect. Damn it. Figure domino effect. Don't you hate that when you when you put something back on the shelf and then you think it's standing, then it falls backwards or forward, and then it knocks everything down in a domino effect? That's what just happened. I have to make sure these are perfect. Yeah, but remember before I was having trouble getting these on? I got them on now, so now it is good. Good to go. There we go. Now you can use those damn ankle joints. So who saw the Deadpool 3 trailer? Anybody? Did anybody see it? Anyone? I liked how they didn't really show any other characters. We just really got. You haven't watched it yet? Watch it. You got to watch it. I mean, they don't really like give away, like they don't really show characters. Uh, Champ was saying the one dude who said this is my favorite part. That's supposed to be Pyro. Yeah, I watched it twice too. Prescribed drone. Patch? Who's Patch? Yeah, it was really good. I liked it still has that Deadpool vibe to it. What's up, Das? Das? Yeah, Ross, Das. It still has that Deadpool vibe to it, and it's definitely not MCU down. Yeah, I noticed that too. Though, all right, that patch is White Suit Wolverine. I noticed that too. I was sitting at some sort of table. I'm like, that looks like the that suit version of Wolverine. What's up, Victoria? Yes. Uh, but I did notice that the dude in the suit, he had the Wolverine hair. You just see his back, but yeah, you could tell that was him for sure. And then I liked how at the end they really didn't even show Wolverine, the one that we've been seeing pictures of the behind the scenes. They didn't really show him, but that last scene was funny as hell. How I forgot what he said. I think he said like "Help me up, big guy" or something. And then you see like Wolverine's shadow, and then his arms go up and his claws come out. And then he's like, "Wait, no, never mind." But you can tell the way he's helping him up. He's gonna stab him and lift him up on his feet. But I like it was like I changed my mind. I don't need help anymore. But I liked how they really didn't show too many people, but supposedly, if you guys remember the dude in the trailer, it showed two dudes. One dude had like a five o'clock shadow beard, and I think he had slick back hair. And then there was a dude in front of him with like a mask and a hood on. Not the dude with the mask, but the other guy. Supposedly that's Pyro from the original X-Men movies. It's hard to tell if it's him. I'm not 100% sure of that. Me, Champ, and Starblast were talking in a group chat, and Champ brought it up. So that could be Pyro from the original X-Men movies. I mean, he's older, but it was hard to tell because I never seen him with like a beardish look. He never had a beard in those other movies. But if that is Pyro, that's dope as hell. And then I'm curious who that dude was who had the mask and the hood. So they really, and I love how it started off with Wade Wilson wearing like a wig, and then the dudes try to grab him by his hair. The wig just comes off. It's like, what the hell? That's so Deadpool though. But you could tell it's going to be like a time travel multiverse type thing, which we kind of like got that idea from it, from what we've been hearing about it. I mean, it has to be some sort of time travel, and of course, multiverse. If we're getting Wolverine, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. What did you think of it, Kuso? But yeah, if we the Hugh Jackman Wolverine, then we have another like behind the scenes look. We saw X-Men 1 or X-Men Sabretooth fighting, who was it, Deadpool or Wolverine? So we saw some of those behind the scene pictures, and then we see a Deadpool unmasked with super long hair. It's the Marvel Jesus. Yeah, pretty much. Welcome to the MCU, Deadpool. But we keep hearing so many different cameos that are going to be in it, but they did the same thing with Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and half the things we heard about weren't even in it. So a lot of that same shit could be happening with Deadpool 3. Like they were saying, Ben Affleck's Daredevil is going to be in it, supposedly Elektra, Jennifer Garner's Elektra, a bunch of X-Men characters like Halle Berry's Storm. So I'm excited to see Deadpool being in the MCU. Also, I think I thought that was Doctor Doom too. I know what part you're talking about, but I think it's just some regular schmo. He just had like a hood on it and a mask and something. But there was another dude with the guy who I think might be Pyro, but I'm not 100% sure if it's Pyro. Yeah, the trailer is very simple. It seems like they were showing a lot of stuff that seems to be like the same type of scenes in a way. They usually do that when movies aren't like fully finished. TVA? Who's TVA? Or what's TVA? Yeah, yeah. Prescribed drone thought it was Doom too. Yeah, same here. I think a lot of people might have thought that. But I'm hoping we get updated figures for the older characters like Elektra, Sabretooth. That would be cool if they do like SH figure arts of them. Prescribed drone. Pyro's back. I keep seeing the actor is back on Facebook. All right, so that probably is him with the beard then. TVA is the organization and Loki. Okay, okay, yeah, that pretty much who that was that pretty much kidnapped Deadpool in the beginning. But it and what's cool, they made Deadpool like those scenes, they made him look really badass, which Deadpool is. I felt like the first two movies, like he is comedic, but the first two movies I felt like they made. Like, I love the comedic aspect of Deadpool. Everybody does, but he's also pretty damn badass too, especially when he first came around. Michael Prince, hello. I've been watching your videos for a while. I really do like your videos. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Karthik. Why didn't they had Owen Wilson as TVA agent or head? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll find out later on. Maybe he'll pop up in it. I mean, they didn't show too much in the trailer. Like we've been hearing so many characters are gonna pop up in it from like older X-Men characters. Even maybe when they kind of rebooted X-Men, we might see some of those characters. I'm not sure though, but we're definitely going to get like the old school X-Men characters for sure. But they didn't really show much. They only showed like Deadpool fighting what is it, the TVA dudes. Um, they showed like that beginning scene with him with the wig with all like the original characters we've seen in the first and second movie. Then we get a couple other scenes, like we see that Patch, I believe his name was, prescribed drone said, the Wolverine in that white suit, and he has the eye patch. We saw like the back of him. Then we see Deadpool get thrown through like a concrete wall, which I don't think that was Wolverine. I think those are two different parts. Because then after he gets thrown through the wall, we just see him laying on the ground. But when he gets thrown through that wall, you see him slam into like another broken up wall. And then they cut to another scene as he's laying on the ground. And that's when he asked Wolverine to help him up. And we see Wolverine's shadow over his, and the claws come out, which was pretty cool. And then you just see a glimpse of Wolverine, and that's it. And then trailer was wrapped up. And I thought we were going to get another Godzilla and Kong New Empire trailer, but they just gave a teaser trailer of things we saw saying that we're getting the trailer Wednesday. It's like, why? Why do that? I hate when they do that. Why don't you just do it during the Super Bowl? That's when most people are watching the TV. Just throw it on there. Because they probably paid millions of dollars just to put that little teaser on there. So it's kind of odd. I'm a bit of a collector myself. Yes, we all collect. I mean, even if people don't collect like the same things, people still collect certain things. Like even people who like love football, they collect football memorabilia. So they're still collectors, just collect figures. Live action Zorro came out. He did, and the flashback Gato. But what Imaginations do now, they like show off the box of the figure in it. So I'm wondering if Ami is going to ask for my payment this week for that Zorro. And then I did pre-order the Gato. I already paid for it, thank God. I just got to pay for the shipping. But I did get that off Karama Toys. So yeah, maybe those will officially like release this week because I'm pretty hyped for both of those. The bald head looked sharp. I think it's James McAvoy. I missed the bald head. I need to go back and rewatch it. Now I need to look out for the bald head. It probably is James McCoy. McCoy? That's his name? Wait, James Mc. Shit, what is his name? Oh God, I can't think of his name. The guy who played younger Professor X, James McAvoy. McAvoy, that's it, James McAvoy from Split. Yeah. I need to go back. If there was a bald head in it, it definitely has to be some version of Professor X. I hope prescribed drone. I hope SH Figure Arts and Mafex put out figs. I definitely want many characters from the movie Deadpool as possible. Yeah, because we did get the two Deadpools from Figure Arts. We got the regular red suit version, but then they gypped us with guns. Then they kind of redid like a darker look of his suit, which I don't. It didn't even look like the X Force one because it's like red. It's still red and black, but that one had all the hands, swords, and this one had the guns and then guns with effects. So I can see them definitely doing another Deadpool, but they got to do Wolverine, and if other characters pop up, it would be such a missed opportunity if they didn't do that, and be pretty dumb too. I mean, they've already made so many MCU characters, and now it's technically MCU, so I don't see why they wouldn't make them. I would definitely cop a bunch of them too. I'm hoping for the reveal of Itachi sometime this month. I think we'll get a bunch of reveals. I'm hoping this month. I mean, they got to do something because we haven't gotten any reveals since what, like December, like sometime in December, I think. So there's So many things people are waiting on. Specifically, a lot of people are waiting on Toji from JJK, but there's like after this Gato, who the hell's next? Like, why haven't they announced anything yet? And then the last thing we got with the Naruto is the Naruto 99 stuff. So they definitely need to drop some new reveals and such. Michael Prince. I'm getting the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures collection. Which set are you getting? Like the cartoon versions, movie versions, comic versions? I love what they're doing with their TMNT stuff. They're just, I think as of right now, that's probably my favorite TMNT line. And I don't care like which line of it is, whether like I don't really collect the cartoon stuff, but the cartoon stuff's dope. The movie stuff's dope. Last Ronin, the Mirage Comics stuff is dope. What's up, Ghost Top? Kuso. I actually don't care for SH Figure Arts Deadpool. It's a good figure, though. Ugh. It's a good figure, though, but I'm happy with the Amazing Yamaguchi. Yeah, I mean, it is a good figure. I feel like they kind of screwed us over with the first one, not including like the guns and stuff with him. And then they did that second one with the darker suit and then they give the guns that time. It's like, why didn't you give it the first time? It's like they did it on purpose, so you would wanna and have to buy that next one they made. I hate when figure companies do that. I swear to God, they did that on purpose. Michael Prince, I'm getting the special colored version Godzilla minus one vinyl record soundtrack. Nice. I did like the how they brought in the OG Godzilla music in that too. Good figure is a good figure. I haven't read Last Ronin, but still like and buy the figures. Yeah, I didn't read it at first either, but I was still buying all the stuff they were making. But then I'm like, you know what? I need to read this. So I did read it. I think I still have a little bit left, but it's really good from what I read, and I really enjoyed it. I actually have the graphic novel right here. Yes, it's right there in the bottom of my drawer. The Rabbit Lady, Mirko. Yeah, they showed off her prototype finally. And you're gonna get the 90 collection. So the original 1990 movie figures. Yeah, they kind of just like reissued them and they're popping up in WalMarts. So now is your chance to definitely get them. But I love how they keep doing reissues of them. They're such popular and so high in demand figures. People are going to constantly buy them. Like we keep getting all four turtles, but they're doing the two packs, and we're getting the two pack of Shredder and Splinter as well. And getting Godzilla vs Kong, a special colored version vinyl record soundtrack. Ah, so you're a soundtrack collector or a vinyl record collector as well. I wish I can go to America and buy figures in your shops, but I live in Australia. They don't really have like figure shops over there. Like it's gotten so popular over here that ever since like Toys R Us closed, I mean, even comic book stores would always get figures and stuff, but since like Toys R Us closed, we've gotten more stores that are just action figure stores, which is really cool. Like I have a really good one here that's probably like a 20-30 minute drive for me. Yeah, kind of, but they're not as big in America. Oh, so you do kind of have some, but they're not as popular as it is here, I'm guessing. I mean, it is like that in a lot of countries. Like they don't really have their own figure shops. But really, the best bet, even in America, the best bet, because you don't always find what you're looking for at stores, so you end up buying stuff online anyway. Goes Tab, Toka and Race our Team and T2 were one of my favorite figures for the line. Yeah, they did do. I mean, they just kill it with those figures, you know. And even though some of the characters you can't get crazy articulation out of them, they really make up for it with just the detail, and then they always hook you up with accessories. Like I remember like years ago, NECA would give you maybe a few accessories here and there, and then they started doing their ultimate editions, which is now pretty much their basic figures, ultimate editions. And now they always hook you up with accessories. Back then, you would get like a few things, but not as much as you get now. Like the Feral Predator, that thing is loaded with awesome stuff. Candy Robbie William, please. I don't know what that is. How did you walk into a pole? So when you when you're walking into the event, they had these like section poles, but they only did it like there was just two sets of them. It was so weird. Like I don't know why they did it. So it wasn't like even in the front or where you get your badge and then activate it. It was once you started walking towards the event, but then you still had to walk further down, and they didn't have them there either. So as I'm walking, I didn't notice the first set of them, and they were only maybe like 9 feet long. So it was kind of just like a metal pole that went up, right? And then they went up and over. So there was, I guess, like one, two, three, like three or four sections of them, but they weren't that long, and they only had one spot of them. Then they had another one, and then that was it. And it was just in that spot. So I didn't expect that as I just turned like the video on to start recording, and then that's when I walked into it. You hear Starblast go like, "Oh!" That wasn't me that made that sound. That was him that did that because I just started laughing. Ghost have articulation is circumstantial. If the character didn't move a lot, I wouldn't expect the figure to do so. Example, Splinter. Yeah, that's true. And then Whis from Dragon Ball, like you never see him kick or anything, and you can't really use his leg articulation, but you don't see him use it. Like it's different if it's Spider-Man. You got to be able to put him in those Spider-Man type poses. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I would prefer like Splinter has some good articulation. Like the Mirage Comics one, that one has some really good articulation, and it's half the size of the movie version of Splinter too. So like the original movie one didn't move around like that, but I believe the Mirage Comics one did, and yeah, I believe he did. He does, yeah. But there is certain versions of Splinter that does like jump around, do all that crazy fighting. So, but yeah, like the original movie one didn't do that, so he doesn't have like super crazy articulation, but he still has decent articulation. But the Mirage Comics one kind of surprised me how good the articulation was. Like when they kind of did like a reissue type thing with Shredder from Mirage Comics, but they made him like look more battle damaged, but they didn't update any torso articulation, so he just has a lame swivel. And I think they did that with the Foot Soldier too. But the Foot Soldier is like loaded with accessories. That Jada Mega Man line is tempting. Oh, so that's who's making that Mega Man. That figure does look pretty dope. Jada Toys, it looks like they're making some pretty dope stuff though. I'm getting I'm getting the NECA Jaws figure line, and especially Bruce the Shark when it does come out. Yeah, that's right. NECA does do like cloth clothing versions of them. Prescribed drone. If I had the funds and display space, I'd probably be all in on a Team and Team NECA, but I gotta stick to phase or A-list characters. But it's great they're doing so much compared to 10 years ago. Yeah, like 10 years ago, or maybe a little over 10 years ago, because I think NECA first did their comic Turtles, that 4 pack in 2008. So before that, we didn't have any other Ninja Turtle stuff besides Playmates. And Playmates is very more kid aimed, you know, they're not like highly detailed or highly articulated. I mean, they will give you accessories, but then you get like a rack of them that you can break off and they're not even painted. So Playmates, like I said, has always been more kid aimed. They have tried to do like adult collectible stuff, and like some of the stuff is pretty cool. But before all that, before like NECA, Rivaltech, even Best Action, and who else makes SH Figure Arts dipped their hand in it at one point. But before all that, we really didn't have much, and it sucked. Like it really did suck. So NECA jumping into Ninja Turtles really helped other companies to be able to dip their hand in it too, to give us more stuff, you know. And it's awesome to see all these different versions that we are getting, not just from NECA, but like Best Action. They did their own tune versions, which I didn't really care for too much. I do like their IDW stuff, like their Shredder. I wasn't too happy with, but it's still better than not having an IDW like current shredder of what they look like in the comic books. But like their Ninja Turtles were pretty cool too. They're not the best, but I mean for the price, they're not too bad. Plus they do give you a nice chunk of accessories too. And oh yeah, also Super 7 jumped in it. Like they do make like those Playmates versions, but they updated the hell out of them. So collectors like us appreciate them more compared to like going back and getting like those kind of pre-posed legs that Playmates did with their old school Ninja Turtles. Like a lot of it was pre-posed limbs. Like you can move the arms and stuff and the legs, but not like the knees or the ankles. They didn't have torso. You can move the head and stuff. So Super 7 really kind of gave you like upgraded versions of those Ninja Turtles, which is really cool. But there's so many different options now, and it's great. Shannon keeps saying happy birthday, Sumia. I don't know who that is. Is it a character? Uh, wasn't it Nico Robin's birthday not too long ago? I know some anime character had a birthday recently. I forgot who it was though. Madara, honestly, I felt like I said that wrong. Honestly, honestly, why do I feel like I'm saying that wrong? I kind of want NECA and Jada Toys to make Naruto figures. I would like to see Jada Toys do it. NECA, I don't know how NECA would do with anime stuff. I feel like it would kind of turn out maybe like McFarlane, maybe maybe like McFarlane, but I got like a text message. That's why I did that. But definitely much better than how McFarlane would do it. But I don't know. Like when domestic companies do anime, I just feel like they don't do them right. You know, I feel like something's off a little bit. I mean, it could be interesting to see how they do it, but I feel like they're better with like real life, like live action or characters from movies and such. But seeing Jada Toys maybe do Naruto would be very interesting because they're starting off with what Street Fighter, which I believe they already released some, and then Cyberpunk, the series, not the game, the series. Ghost Hive 3.0 just announced they're doing Mega Man 4-inch line as well for 40. Actually, that's not bad. And 3.0 makes some pretty dope stuff. Michael Prince. I do like to collect SH figure arts. They're really expensive. Yeah, they can be pricey for sure. Like Naruto, you like the Naruto and Dragon Ball stuff. If it's not too hard to ask, can we see your figure collection? Pretty please. I don't really have much out right now. The only things I have is just this stuff right now. Oops, my toothbrush is there. Yeah, I don't really have much out on display right now because I don't. I'm like in the process of finding an apartment, so I don't have all my stuff out. Like most of my stuff is boxed up over here, and then I still have a nice chunk of stuff in my storage unit, so I don't really have like most of my collection. I have a good chunk of it here, but then I still have a bunch in storage. Like I recently did do a video showing. Like I recently did do a video showing all the stuff I have with me currently. I think it's just called my figure action figure collection or something. But it's like a couple videos down from my latest videos, so it's still like fairly recent. If you do want to see like a nice chunk of stuff that I do currently have right now, but it's not all my stuff. Ghost Top, how are you liking solo leveling so far? I'm liking it better than the Korean comic. I still need to watch. I think I'm behind. I didn't watch episode 4 yet, and I know 5 had to have come out, so I think I'm behind 2 episodes because I watched 1 through 3. What's up, Spectacular Umbrium? Deadpool doesn't have Daredevil. Yeah, I don't know. Like whenever you go through your news feed on Facebook and stuff, you always see like random things, like saying Ben Affleck's Daredevil's gonna pop up in it, and maybe Elektra or something like that. But I feel like we're definitely gonna see some old X-Men characters from like the original movies at least. Prescribed drone. I saw some anime line on Amazon for cheap and hey, wait, Amazon, Amazon for cheap, and they do many franchises, but looks like Bandai America quality. I wonder what line you're talking about. I wonder if it's like the same company that does the Dragon Ball Evolve stuff. I'm wondering if it's that. I'm not sure what line you're talking about though. It could be that they're a little bit smaller in scale, but they do kind of have that anime heroes look to it with the Bandai America stuff. Goes to when domestic companies do anime, they don't come up right. Probably because they're probably not used to the design in an anime. Yeah, most likely. Like the McFarlane ones, I know he tries, but yeah, it just doesn't look as good as like maybe an import company doing it. But I mean, I know an import company is more higher quality and stuff, but when I was at Target and found that new Kaioken Goku, um, they did have they did have the McFarlane Demon Slayer stuff. They had Tanjiro, Rengoku, and they had Inosuke. And Inosuke didn't look too bad, but plus he's wearing the boar mask, so you can't really see it. Like Rengoku looked all right. I didn't really look at Tanjiro too much though. Spectacular Umbrium. Timothy have crossed with Batman. Why not with Daredevil? That would be awesome because Daredevil was actually a huge influence on Ninja Turtles. Like all, if you look, like I never picked up on this until like I read about it. Like if you notice, there's so many similarities between Ninja Turtles and Daredevil. Now with Daredevil, you have the hand, a ninja group that he fights. In Ninja Turtles, you have the foot, a ninja group that they fight. The teacher for Daredevil was named Stick, and then the Ninja Turtles master and teacher is Splinter. So you just notice little things like that. Same with like the radioactive stuff that blinded Daredevil. The Ninja Turtles were found crawling in like radioactive ooze. And the creators even admitted that it's kind of like a knockoff of Daredevil. So that would be such a cool crossover to see. I would definitely love to see something like that. It would have to be like an animation though, for sure. I mean, it'd be dope to see live action, but I feel like if that ever happened, it would be more of like an animation. Ghost have Domestic have done some good anime figures, like Anime Heroes for the Digimon line. Maybe because it's Android design, it's easier to mold. Probably prescribed your own Anime Heroes or something. Yeah, that's Bandai America. Anime Heroes is Bandai America because they do Dragon Ball, of course. They do One Piece, Naruto, Jujutsu Kaisen. They do so much more. They do a lot more stuff. Like they do a lot, and you always see that stuff in like Target and Walmart. So it's more of like a domestic, like you said, it's Bandai America do the anime hero stuff, like right here, like, like that. I mean, it's not like the best figure in the world, but it's a good for now until we get like a figure arts Frankie. It's a good stand-in until we get one, and they're what, like $20, maybe 25 with tax or something. I also got the chopper from that line. Madara, I heard a rumor that enemy heroes might do Spy Family and Attack on Titan. They probably will, to tell you the truth. Definitely Spy Family. I know that's real popular. And Attack on Titan would be interesting to see them do as well. Ghost Type anime heroes is decent depending on the line. They do Digimon really good. Yeah, like some stuff they could do good. Like Frankie looks really good. Brooke looks really good. Chopper. But like some of the Luffy's, I'm not a big fan of. The Sanji, I didn't really care for. Same with like Zoro. Usopp looks all right. I almost bought him, but I was like, let me just wait. We'll probably get him soon. Um, but there's still a couple more. They still need to make Robin, Nami, and Jinbei so you could at least complete some form of the strats, even though they're not like figure arts or something. But I mean, you could have the figure arts of what we got and then use the rest to fill in your straw hats until we get the rest in figure arts. But yeah, some of the stuff they do isn't like it isn't horrible. Like some of the stuff isn't bad, especially for the price point. Michael Prince. I'm getting the SH Monster Arts Godzilla -1 and Godzilla 1991. The -1 Godzilla looked dope. I don't remember which one the 91 one is. I used to have the 2000 Millennium Godzilla. That I love that design for Godzilla, like for older stuff, even though that's not super old, but I mean it is over 20 years old though. Prescribed drone. They do One Piece, Naruto, JJK. Yeah, Yep. They do Chainsaw Man too. Yeah, that's all like the anime hero stuff. Ghost Type Import Company has way more experience doing anime designs. Also, some designs are just easier. Yeah, that's definitely true. Spectacular Umbrium. Crunchyroll is shutting down Funimation. I did see that because when I logged in a few days ago, it made me choose which version to watch. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And I just picked the regular, like what the basic one, I guess, the crunchy roll with the sub, I believe it was. Yeah, I believe so. I mean, like all Funimation has is pretty much their dub, right? Because I used to go on Funimation sometimes to watch. Like I tried them out. What was it for like 2 weeks? You get free, but I ended up canceling it because I had Crunchyroll too. So I'm like, I'll just keep Crunchyroll. Ghost Hub. I'd rather buy $20 plus Frankie over the 200 Chogogan Frankie. Yeah, for the time being. Plus, that Frankie was made, the Chogogan one, that was made such a long time ago. And if that's what you're referring to, unless you're talking about when we get a new one, we don't know how much it'll be yet, but hopefully it won't. I know that Chogogan one, the old one's pretty damn pricey now. This time, always try to buy physical merchandise. Digital is just renting. Are you talking about like buying like anime seasons? Because I still like buying like Blu-rays and shit. Like I always, especially if it's something I really like I want a physical copy. Like The Mandalorian, they never dropped on like Blu-ray or anything, but people sell like copied copies of it with the case and everything and the artwork on eBay. And that's where I got The Mandalorian season 1 and 2 with Boba Fett. And then I'm gonna get the one live action One Piece series on there because Netflix and them don't always do that, which I never got because when they did Daredevil, they did season 1 and 2 on Blu-ray, but they never did season 3. And it's like, damn it. So that I'd probably have to find uh, someone making a copy as well, just so I can have that complete set because I love the Netflix Daredevil stuff. But like even though people have like Disney Plus or something, maybe you're a huge fan of The Mandalorian and you still want that physical copy. To me, it's still a form of collecting, but I've always been big with movies and TV series and stuff and buying them on like it was DVD. Like even back then, like when I first started, VHS was still a thing. Then DVD started creeping in, then that became the thing. Then other things came in. Then we got Blu-ray. Now we have 4K. So I always collected movies and stuff, and always still will. Like I still buy stuff, you know. Madara, I got Anime Heroes, Kakashi, and he looks great with the Northwest HP arts, and it's good, and it's a good base for customs. Yeah, I saw that Kakashi. What was it, Walmart? And I was thinking of buying it just because I love Kakashi as a character. Goes buying anime episodes through Blu-ray. A lot of people bought episodes online with Funimation, and that sucks. That's what me, Geekdom, and Starblast were talking about, but with video games too. Like if you buy digital stuff, you never know when something like that's gonna happen, and they take the shit away. Like they, if you're taking that away and you can't use the digital, give me the damn refund at least. If you just bought it on digital, like I know some stuff you would get the Funimation code. I wouldn't that I never figured out how to do because you could only get it on Funimation. So then now with Funimation, say you had the physical copy but had the digital copy with it, now you're gonna lose that digital copy as well. And then people who just got the digital copy, they're gonna be losing out. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. That's why I always get physical copies, because then most of the time you get the digital with it anyway. And I always felt if people bought like the digital copy, they should be able to receive the Blu-ray or whatever in the mail. Because you're paying that goddamn price, $20 for like a new movie when you buy the digital or something. Like you should get a physical copy in the mail. I always thought that. That's why I never buy just the digital copy. It's a ripoff. And then you never know when something like that's gonna happen. Like, what was it? Like I had a ton of digital copies on a website, but the website shut down. So I lost them all. I mean, these were all digital copies from like movies that I bought and had the physical copy. But it's like, yo, I had all the digital copies and I couldn't transfer them or anything like that. So you end up losing them. Did they ever release the full series on DVD? The Daredevil one, they did season one and two, but season three, I don't believe they released on Blu-ray or DVD. Prescribed Jerome. It's good to have a copy of favorite shows, movies, CDs, because you can't count on the internet all the time. Yeah, this is definitely true. Same with if you buy a video game and you just buy it through like the PlayStation Store or something like that. You could lose that at any point, just like with digital copies. That's why it's always good to have the physical copy. Like, like I'll rent movies. I mean, you're just renting it to watch it, and then you don't have it anymore after you watch it, or you get what like that 30 days to watch it or something like that. Like I'll rent stuff, but I'm not gonna buy it just on digital. Because you're paying like the same price you would pay if you bought the physical copy that comes with the digital anyway. So to me, it just never made sense. Madara. Also, I bought the cheap New Kids line 3.5, 3 and 3/4 inch symbiote Spidey from Hasbro, and he's pretty great for a kid's toy. Which which line? New Kids line? It's called New Kids line from Hasbro, and they're 3 and 3/4 inch figures. I'm trying to Because I remember before 6 inch was like the basic action figure scale, there was a point in like the early 2010s where everything we were getting were 3 and 3/4 inches. And I hated that shit. Oh my God, I hated that. I just don't like that scale as a main figure scale of articulated figures. It just limits your posing. The detail looks nowhere near as good as like a 6-inch scale figure, and it just I don't know. I just never liked 3 3/4 inch. Like if it's favorite character of mine, I'll probably pick it up. Like if I see a Kaza or like a Kakashi or something like that, yeah, I'll get it. But I hated when we were at that point. It was like in the 2010s too, like 2009. Yeah, 2009. Because I remember when the new Wolverine movie came out, X-Men Origins Wolverine, that piece of trash. We got the figures, and I wanted to get the Gambit because Gambit's always been like my favorite character from Marvel. And it was just the goddamn 3 3/4 inch, and I was so annoyed at it. I was just so annoyed that whole line was 3 3/4 inch. Even though once the movie came out, I was like, oh God. So I didn't really care for it that much. Like I wouldn't have minded a 6-inch of that version of Wolverine, even though the movie wasn't good. Same with the Gambit. Like that Gambit, Taylor Kitsch did an all right job as him. He wasn't like the best and wasn't the worst. He was fine, but he had such a small part too. But I was just excited that we were getting Gambit in live action for the first time, pretty much. Yeah, because we never got Gambit in live action. Some dude actually did like a short of Gambit, and it starts off with him in like a car, and then he gets teleported to a place where he has to play cards for all these criminals. I don't know if anybody saw this, but the dude who did that did such a really good job with that short. It was like a Gambit and Rogue short because Rogue got captured, and then he finds out that these criminals they captured Rogue, and he has to play cards with them or else they'll kill her or something. It was a pretty cool little short. I think it came. When did it come out? Definitely a few years ago, but it was really cool to see because Gambit they never he's never like had like a real spot in any of the X-Men movies. So I'm hoping with the MCU X-Men they actually throw him in it this time because Gambit is such a huge fan favorite character. Where am I? Ghost Hive. Best example of physical or digital PlayStation 3, 4. If servers go down or phase out, then you don't have access to your games. Yep. Yeah. I think it's called Epic Hero. What's Epic Hero? Ghost Hive. Any anime you are planning to watch in the near future? Well, nothing like new. Oh, there is that one Ninja Kamui, I think it's called. That looks sick as hell. I think it started last weekend actually. It's on Toonami. That I need to watch because I love anything with like ninjas, samurai shit. I love stuff like that. Um, that I think it did start last weekend. Now you just reminded me. That's really the only new anime that I'm like that I really want to watch. But we have Demon Slayer coming out in theaters. The first episode of the Hashir training arc, the 23rd. So that I'm gonna go see in theaters, and then we're gonna do a podcast of it, kind of like what we did with last season. But yeah, Blue Eye Samurai I wanted to watch. I mean I still need to watch it, but I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I definitely have to check it out. I just hate how Netflix just always does the 3D animation. Like why? Why do you always have to do it with every goddamn anime you do? Like I feel like the Berserk 2016 2017 series left such a bad taste in my mouth with 3D animation. I can't stand when anime is just all 3D animation. Like, just make it 2D, bro. I know it's easier and probably cheaper to do that 3D animation, but it doesn't look as good as 2D animation. Up here's Starblast. But yeah, 3D animation. Did it work? Oh, there we go. There we
Yo,
go. Hey,
what's going
buddy.
on? My hair is all messy right now. I
Don't
wasn't
worry
even
about
sure
it.
you were still live. I just got done editing like a short. But bro,
Ah.
that Deadpool trailer though, that trailer was really freaking good. I love that trailer.
Yeah, yeah, we're all talking about how you saw what Champ said that that dude's supposed to be Pyro with the beard and the slick back hair.
Who?
Remember the original Pyro from the first three X-Men movies? Remember he was
Uh,
always with Iceman and Rogue, and then there was kind of like that love, like
I
both of
think I
them
remember.
liked
Yeah,
Rogue.
that they did. Was it the guy who used
He
like
had
the
the
match?
beard.
Like he
Yeah, it might have been him. He's
the
like,
lighter.
"Oh,
He had
this is my."
sorry. He had like the lighter that he kept messing around with.
Yeah, in the Deadpool trailer, he says, "This is my favorite part," or something like that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Supposedly that's Pyro, but I'm not sure. It kind of looks like the actor, but doesn't because I've never seen him with a beard, so I wasn't sure about that. But just before you hopped on, we were talking. I was talking about how I can't stand how Netflix always does 3D animation instead of traditional 2D animation because I want to watch the Blue-Eyed Samurai, but it's all that 3D animation, and it's just like,
No,
why
Netflix is
every
kind of a mixed bag when it comes to really any form of media, like what they're producing out there. Because like they're doing partnerships with all sorts of stuff. Like they do JoJo, but yeah, no, you're like now
Oh
thinking about
yeah,
it. Yeah,
that's right.
Sonic Prime.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like,
like not everything's the 3D animation, but it's like Blue Eye Samurai, a lot of people are like saying it's really good, but I don't like when anime is just entirely that 3D animation. You know what I mean? I like when it's mixed in, like Demon Slayer or Dragon Ball, Broly, the movie. But when like the whole series is 3D animation, it's just like it's like, damn it.
yeah,
Some
I hear
people
you, 100%.
uh, Some people are overhyping Deadpool. Somebody said the dude with the machine gun was Doctor Doom. Nah, that's definitely not Doctor Doom. I mean, it does look like him. Like a lot of people did think it was him. Ghost Todd said hello, Starblast, but a lot of people think it looks like him because that's what I thought at first. And I'm like, then I paused it. I'm like, no, that's definitely just some goon that Deadpool's gonna
Yeah,
beat the
just
crap out of.
dude. Yeah, just some dude. I don't know who that is, but it's just some dude.
Yeah, it's just some regular dude he's probably gonna beat up.
Mhm.
But yeah, I was saying like my favorite part was probably the end of the trailer where Deadpool's like, can you help me up, buddy? And they see Wolverine come up and the claws come out. And he's like, second thought, never mind, I'm good. And you know he's just gonna stab him and lift him up. And
That's
then
gonna be such a fun movie.
did you know that version of Wolverine? I believe Champs in the what the hell's going on? Champs in the comments. Join us,
I
champ.
see this man. Look at this
Join
man.
us. The link is
Join
there for you to
us.
join.
Join us. Chat.
But you know that version of Wolverine with the eye patch, and he has the white suit.
I
If you
think
watch
I
in the trailer, you see the back of him, and you see the Wolverine hair. His name is Patch. Prescribed Drone told me in the comments because I didn't know. I thought it was just another version of which it is pretty much another version of Wolverine. But I didn't know his name was Patch. But if you see his back, you see them in like a club or something, and he's at a table sitting down, but you see the Wolverine hair. Yeah, you switch camera views for a
I'm
second.
trying to hit
It's
the
like, wait,
thumbs up button on the top right, and it just switched my camera instead. I want to give
oh
the
wait, can I hit it
stream a
too?
like.
Oh, I can't give
It's like in the
myself a
same
thumbs up.
exact spot. It's so weird.
But yeah, so it was like few little things in it that if you really picked up on it, because I noticed that was him, I just never knew his name. I didn't know that was Pyro until Champ brought that up in our group chat, and they didn't really show much, but I did love the beginning how he's wearing like a wig. It's like what the
I
hell?
didn't notice them. Bro,
You didn't notice the
the
wig?
shot of like
He's wearing a
I think
wig.
what was funny, like this was just so stupid, but it was funny. It's just like the shot of Deadpool, just like he's getting all ready, putting his like strapping his guns and everything. He just cuts to multiple different shots of him slapping his ass.
Yeah, he's like getting
It's
all
so
suited up,
dumb.
smacks his ass. Yeah, it's you gotta love Deadpool.
Bro, it really was a teaser though. It's just like it's technically I feel like the movie's gonna be more so like revolving around Wolverine. Like obviously you have Deadpool's like main thing, but I think feel like Wolverine will end up like Hugh Jackman will end up being the star of it. It's like he'll like that's
Oh yeah,
why they're
probably.
considering this a teaser, since it's like a lot more of the stuff is gonna yeah. But
Yeah,
dude,
they didn't.
then I was really surprised to see the TVA from Loki back in this
Yeah,
story. But it
yeah.
seems to
That's
be
how
like
it
a
all
different
starts
kind
off.
of a TVA. Like it's not quite the same. Like they have different uniforms and such.
Yeah, I feel like because the TVA in Loki is just like time travel, right? Or does it have to do with the multiverse as well?
It's multiverse. Have you not seen Loki?
I only watched like half of season one because I was
Oh, you
watching it as
haven't
they were
seen it.
putting the
No, no, no.
episodes out.
You 100% have to finish it. I can't spoil. Like, dude, if they're gonna be doing the same stuff with the TVA,
What's up,
if they're gonna
Vinny?
be more, you have to finish stuff with Loki. You have to finish Loki. There's more stuff that they tell you about the TVA that they're involved in with
Okay.
the later seasons, especially season two.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I know a lot of people love the Loki series, and that's one of the better things still currently going in the MCU. I guess I just stopped watching it for some reason. I forgot why. But yeah, I was watching it as the episodes were coming out, and then I stopped at some point. But yeah, now it's a bigger part in Deadpool. I guess I do need to watch up on Loki now, so I can know
yeah, we could
everything that's going on.
on it. I got you. Yeah, I got you. That's at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Um,
then
I'm surprised
they
Geekdom
didn't.
hasn't seen this, but it's like, bro, Moon Knight is probably one of my favorite ones. Like, just thinking about it, because it just after
Yeah,
watching stories, like like after watching a bunch of movies with him, it's like he keeps saying how much he loves Split. Like, dude, if he loves Split, he's definitely gonna love Moon Knight, 100%, no
yeah,
question.
that's right. It's very similar with all the different personalities,
Exactly, exactly.
and it's crazy because Mark Spector at some point has so many different personalities, like in the comic book. It's insane. But I've always liked Moon Knight, and I learned about him from Marvel Ultimate Alliance, the first one,
Hmm.
and then like I became a fan of his character.
I think
Yeah, so
my first time ever seeing Moon Knight in any form of medium, it was playing Spider-Man Web of Shadows. He
oh, he's in that.
Yeah, he's in that. He's in that. Um,
What's up,
yeah, he's a
Captain
really cool
T.
character.
Colette's? Yeah, yeah. Super Mario Zilla's in here, Vinny.
What up, Benny? Moon Knight was pretty good. I agree. Yes, Moon Knight was
What are
great. It was
they
funny
have?
how they have Ethan and Hawkeye there.
Oh yeah, as the villain in Moon Knight. Yeah, he was Ethan Hawke's such a good actor. It's funny. I watched. Don't tell me. I watched Training Day the other night. Have you ever seen that with Ethan Hawke and Denzel Washington?
What'd you say?
Training Day. Have you ever saw that?
No, I've never seen that movie.
That that's a classic right there. You have to watch that. It's a really really good movie.
Mhm.
Vinny's said
Is it?
Starblast. That was also my first time seeing Moon Knight Web of Shadows. How many
Yeah,
different
yeah.
characters are in it?
Well, I'm sure it was a lot of people because like when you throw him into Spider-Man stuff, you're bound to have a lot of people get like recognize it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but
Because
what I was gonna say was I forgot what I was gonna say. Okay, never mind. Continue. Oh
well, I
wait, no, I
asked you
remember
if
now. I feel like that this strategy and such right now for um currently for Deadpool might actually be what they intend to use in order to fix up the current state of the MCU with Jonathan Majors as Kang no longer being present, and then having to have to fix up the entire thing with King the Conqueror. So
yeah.
Deadpool might be they might that whole thing. I can very much see like this. They might have made a lot of last minute decision changes with Deadpool since he's like saying, "Oh, I'm the Messiah of the MCU."
Yeah, you know what? That could be a good way for them to do a soft reboot. That
Hmm.
that's interesting. We'll see if they capitalize off it. Plus, it's
I
the
think yeah, it would be a
only
good idea.
MCU movie coming out this year too. So, hello.
Yeah.
Whoa. Let's see. Champ said rewatching Daredevil again with my girlfriend. This show is still the best Marvel show ever, period. Yeah, I agree with that too. Daredevil's still my top favorite show. They really just killed it when they did it. You saw all three seasons, right? Starblast?
I only saw like I think 4 episodes of the first season. There's still more I
Oh
know I need to
no.
see.
Oh no.
I know
Well,
it's. I've heard very
you
good
saw
things
the
about it.
hallway fight in season one. Yeah, because that was episode
Yeah, yeah,
two.
yeah.
Yeah,
Really good
where he
fight.
rescues the kidnapped boy. Yeah. Every season they try to like top that. Like the second one, he's fighting in a stairwell, but at the same time he's trying to protect the Punisher because he's knocked out or something. So that was really cool. The third season, he's in like a prison trying to get out. So they're always trying to top it. But the series gets better. It really does.
Uchiha Madara asks, does anyone remember Superhero Squad show? I did not actually. I did not actually watch it, but I heard people loved it. It's a very funny version of like Marvel and such. So
I
it,
remember the little figures they made with them. Look at Champ is telling you must watch it. Vinny said it too.
he's like, "Don't make me come to Cali, bro. I'm gonna make you watch Daredevil."
All of a sudden, he like pops up behind you and ties you down to a chair and tape your eyelids open. It makes you watch it.
It's funny because
Uh,
it's like I just I'm selling a bunch of figures right now, and Champ
oh,
might Champ I think was interested in the Daredevil, but he's gonna wait on the 2 pack. I have a Daredevil figure that I'm getting ready to sell here in a bit.
which one?
Well, let me just show you. It's right here.
Is it a comic version?
It's this one.
Oh, okay, yeah. I remember seeing that at the ripoff guys, the ripoff vendor at Mega.
Yeah, I wonder how much that was. $100. Excuse me.
Probably. He's like, oh, this has been out for a while. Put the price tag triple. That guy
Yeah,
was an ass.
no, you put that like I was doing research on it, man. That figure is like worth $60 right now.
Which one? The
The
Daredevil?
Daredevil figure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that came out a while ago. I remember when I
Well, yeah.
first got that because
That
it
is
was like
one
the
of the
first
best
new
figures
Daredevil
they
they
made. Yeah, that's one of the best figures that they made using the Bucky Cat mold in general because there's so many
did.
figures
Yeah,
that used it.
yeah, they did do like a 3 pack, and I really wanted that Daredevil, but I didn't want to spend like that hundred and what $20 because they do that every time with a 3 pack. But I just wanted the Daredevil, so then I searched for that on like eBay, and then people selling just a Daredevil was like $70. So I was
Well,
like, whatever.
you got the Mafex one, right?
I pre-ordered it. Yeah. It
Okay, yeah.
releases later this year, I believe. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that'll probably be
yeah.
your definitive Daredevil. You wouldn't need a Marvel Legends one at
Oh
that
yeah,
point.
most likely. Yeah, yeah. This was before that was announced. The only
Yeah,
Legends Daredevil was from the 3 pack. Yeah, the that's the one I wanted to get, Vinny, because they made that that's their latest Daredevil, I believe. Because I used to have the Netflix one they did. Even when Mezco did 2 Netflix versions of Daredevil, I even had their comic version Daredevil. I've always been trying to find like the definitive Daredevil, and I think that will be the definitive one. Oh, Ghost Hive said, "Who do you think will be the villain for Deadpool 3?" Huh, that's interesting. I don't really know like Deadpool's big main villains. I'm wondering if it'll be an X-Men character.
watch. It's gonna be it's gonna be another version of Deadpool.
Right. Well, they did show another version of Deadpool, but Ryan Reynolds had like a wig with really long hair and he wasn't scarred up.
Hmm.
But it looked like they were just talking to him as friends. I got,
Hmm.
Vinny said, I got the 3 pack new by trading for Yards event suit Spider Man. Nice.
Are you guys gonna make a bet, and who loses has to watch Madam Web? Whoever loses the bet has to watch Madam Web.
So you're telling us to make a bet right now, and the loser has to watch Madam Web.
Come on, bro.
Oh no. I mean, it'd be funny if the movie turned out and it was like one of Sony's best Spider-Verse movies. Because Morbius just like it was all right. I know a lot of people hated it. It was just like okay. And then we have Craven the Hunter coming out. Like Sony's trying so hard to keep that Spider-Man license. They don't want to get rid of it. Prescribed Joan. I got the 3 pack and sold Electra and Bullseye on eBay. Like that's what I would do too. Like all I wanted was Daredevil because they gave him the updated torso. It's not just the ab crunch. It's the one with the ball peg. So then, like I like Venom here, how he has like the ball peg up there. He might still have ab crunch, the Daredevil, but he had the new ball peg system going on. So I'm like, oh god, I need to get that. And then he had like more accessories and stuff too. He sold the Electro and Bullseye any day. Madara, my family, and I, except for my baby sister since she's too young, are going to see Madam Web maybe for Family Day.
Sure as hell
I'm
ain't seeing web, bro. For sure, I
I'm
don't
not gonna see
care.
it in
I really,
theaters. Yeah, like if anything, if it's on streaming, I might watch it. But there's so many comic book movies I haven't watched because it's like they've all been like on a downfall. Even the DC stuff. Like I still never watched Blue Beetle, but I want to. Aquaman 2, I could really care less because it's the end of the Snyderverse. Like I like the first one.
Madam Web can be the next Marvel legend to make a more $1 billion, and she is not Venom.
Oh no.
I don't even know if I read that right. All right, well,
Yes, Michael Prince.
Sean, I'm gonna go ahead and dip. I'm exhausted,
All
man.
right.
You probably could tell already.
Yeah, I
All
saw
right,
you yawning a couple times. All right, I'll talk to you later, bro.
take care.
Get some rest. Yes, I do know they're making a Michael Jackson movie. I do like the like biopics of like music artists or just really anyone in general. I love movies like that. Like I always watch all of them. Super Mario Zilla, Vinny, you said, did you see the new Marvel Legends Daredevil based from Spider-Man the anime? Yes, I did with the cell shading, I believe. Yes, yes, I did. Deadpool 3 predictions. It's hard to say because they showed so little. It's definitely something with the multiverse and time travel or something. I'm not sure what the movie. What's up, William? I'm not sure what the movie is gonna be about. I mean, they make it like, I mean, he does get kidnapped by the TSA, I think it was called. He gets kidnapped by them, and that's pretty much all they really showed. Like, I feel like they still haven't really even finished filming, you know what I mean? Ghost Tab, Madam Web can be the next Marvel. Oh, yeah, I read that comment. Yeah, he comes with Hydra Man, Vinny, right? That Daredevil you're talking about? I doesn't that have that same body as the three pack? I believe it does. And then it's like, damn, why can't they just make like a regular a regular release of that Daredevil? It's like shit. All right, guys, I'm going to rippity wrap up the live here. It's getting late by me. There's a current poster from Madam Web that looks fantastic. I mean, it'd be crazy if Madam Web ends up turning out really good. To me, it's such like a random character to do. I guess it's like Madam Web's origin, but it's such like a random character out of nowhere to do. Out of all like the Spider-Man characters, they could do like a Black Cat movie could have been dope, you know? Super Mario Zilla, yeah, he does come with Hydro Man, and yes, it's the same body. I knew it. Damn it. I knew it. Of course, they had to do it with the cell shading. I mean, like, the cell shading isn't bad. Why Hydro Man? I think they're all teamed up with Spider-Man to fight Kingpin. He does, but Daredevil has fought Hydro Man a lot. He's also fought Stilt Man a lot. What's up, Dynamic Photoshots? Spectacular Embryo. Should Marvel make solo MCU Daredevil? You mean like give him like his own movies? Is that what you mean? I mean, it would be pretty cool. They need to make this Michael Jackson movie 4 to 5 hours long. Well, Michael Prince, if you remember, they did a Jackson 5 like TV movie, and that was really long, but it was a really good like TV movie of the Jackson 5. Like it showed like how they got like started off and then became popular. But it depends where they're gonna start with the Michael Jackson movie, you know, because he's been popular and famous since he was a child. Yeah, they would have to do something like that if they're gonna like do the Jackson 5 part first, then show as he transitions into a solo artist to his later years. It'll be interesting to see how they do it, especially with all the controversy about him and stuff. So we got to see what they plan to do because yeah, Michael Jackson's life could be told in like a couple movies. Because how Daredevil is too much like Spider-Man if they make it into a movie. Yeah, he is pretty similar in a way, and they do fight a lot of the same villains since they're both in New York City and stuff. So, but yeah, and Gladiator, I liked how they were trying to set up Gladiator in the Netflix Daredevil series, but then they cut it off before he really turned into Gladiator. Wait, did he wear his suit at one point? I can't remember. I think season 3 he did actually. But all right, guys, I'm gonna end the live. It's getting a bit late here. I'll probably go live again maybe tomorrow, Tuesday, or something like that. But thanks everybody for joining, and I will see you either on the next video or next live. I'll see you guys.